Today, we will talk about the life of Dominik Livakovic. Dominik Livakovic childhood story. Our Dominik Livakovic biography tells you facts about his childhood story, early life, parents, Manuela Skobler, mother, Zdravko Livakovic, father, family background, siblings, wife, Helena Livakovic, grandparents, Bornmo Livakovic and Vesna Livakovic, etc. This memoir on Dominik also explains his sporting family origin, ethnicity, education, etc. More so, will unveil the lifestyle, net worth, personal life, and salary breakdown of the 2022 World Cup goalkeeping hero. In a nutshell, this memoir breaks down the full history of Dominik Livakovic. We'll tell you a story about the son of a wealthy Croatian politician, a boy who learned football from his late grandfather, who was a doctor and radiographer. We'll tell you the story of a goalkeeper from a great football lineage. As a child, Dominik's love for football saw him smashing all the decorations in his grandmother's apartment. A goalkeeper whose excellent defensive shots were the penalty spot saw him extinguish the Brazilian dream at the 2022 FIFA World Cup. Preamble. We begin Dominik Livakovic's biography by unveiling notable events of his boyhood years. Next, we'll tell you how the Croat's goalkeeping journey began and his quest for sporting fame. Finally, we'll bring you the highlights that brought instant fame to the Zadar native. Lifeblogger hopes to whet your autobiography appetite as you read and digest Dominik Livakovic's bio. To begin doing that, let's portray to you this gallery that tells the story of the Croatian goalkeeper. Without a doubt, Livakovic has truly come a long way. Yes, everyone football fan knows he is the Croatian national team goalkeeper who became a national hero at the 2022 FIFA World Cup. As shown in the video below, Livakovic saved 3 penalties in the match between Japan. He also won the penalty shootout against the almighty Neymar's Brazilian team. While researching Croatian football players, we found a knowledge gap that needs to be bridged. The truth is, not many fans have read an in-depth version of Dominik Livakovic's biography. So we have made this memoir to satisfy your research need. Without further ado, let's begin. Growing up. Spending his childhood years in Zadar, Dominik Livakovic received endless and unselfish love from his parents. Also, from the very beginning, his grandfather was by my side. He, who taught young Dominik a lot about life and humility, is most responsible for where he is today. Livakovic's parents raised him at Belafuza. This is the part of Zadar, the oldest continuously inhabited Croatian city, where you can always find regular fields and people playing street games and all kinds of sports. Dominik Livakovic early life. Like every child growing up in Zadar, he tried out several sports, especially basketball. It was Dominik Livakovic's dad who introduced him to the game of basketball. Back then, his father was fond of taking him to participate in the game at the new Zadar Hall in Bizjik. Do you know, it was Dominik Livakovic's grandfather who made him fall in love with football. His late grandfather, to whom he was extremely attached to, often had plenty of uninterrupted hours with him, either both playing football or having a great time together. Thanks to the impact of his dad and granddad, Dominik became crazy about sports. There were very few of his friends who could match him in basketball, and he was also good at volleyball. According to a childhood friend, Dominik, Dominik was the best in three-point shooting. The kid who grew up in a basketball town began to love the act of goalkeeping because of Iker Casillas, the Spanish and Real Madrid legendary stopper. As a child, Dominik also admires David de Gea, and he never forgets the day he met Gianluigi Buffon, another of his heroes. Ethnicity. Dominik Livakovic, like his fellow teammates Ivan Perisic and Mateo Kovacic, is a Croat, and he identifies with his country's South Slavic ethnic group. This ethnic group, composed of around 3.5 million Croatians, shares a common culture, history, language, and Croatian ancestry. Dominik Livakovic education. The Croatian goalkeeper attended Simon Kozičić Benja Elementary School. Livakovic was also a student at the primary school of Simon Kozičić Benja. Our findings reveal that Simon Vrsaljko, a 2018 FIFA World Cup finalist, also went to the same school. Regarding how he was at school, results from our research say he is a good student. Although going to school was never Dominik's priority. During his secondary school days, Livakovic enrolled in the Vladimir Nazar Gymnasium sports classes. Having a granddad who was a doctor, a dad who is an engineer, and a grandmom who is a teacher, it is clear that he is from a highly educated family. Dominik Livakovic's parents did not force him to enroll in college in Zagreb after he completed high school. However, our findings reveal that the athlete did enroll to study diplomacy and international relations. Because of the demands of his career, Dominik decided to put his study of the course aside. Hopefully, one day, he hopes to continue from where he left it. In Livakovic's words, career buildup. When he was young, Dominik Livakovic's grandfather often spoiled him with pizza and juice after training. Vogtma loved football very much, and when he discovered his grandson wants to play the game for a living, he immediately burst into happiness. Dominik Livakovic biography, football story. Until the age of 6, the game of basketball and volleyball was played more often. Dominik decided he would become a goalkeeper after he watched a football training session, which he fell in love with. Since then, the youngster began to get fond of the habit of shooting the ball at home, which resulted in broken and scattered objects. The youngster started his career defending for Zadar, the club from his hometown. At that time, Dominik Livakovic was always accompanied by his beloved grandfather Vogtma, who is now unfortunately late. His granddad often took him for training, waited for him until training was over, and took him back home. Young Dominik and his teammates trained on a big football field in Višnjic. Josip Majasic, his first coach, worked with several groups of young goalkeepers at NK Zadar. When Livakovic turned 9, he joined the goalkeepers under the command of legendary Jakov Pincic. Jakov had his own methods of training goalkeepers. The field Dominik played for, back then, had a sand pit at the Baggett playground. For hours, his teammates would shoot at him, and young Dominik Livakovic learned how to suffer on the pitch. Before the 2022 FIFA World Cup, Dominik consistently won the Best Croatian Goalkeeper for 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022. He also won the UEFA Europa League squad of the 2020-2021 season and a host of other individual and club honors. Here is Dominik Livakovic's performance before he got called to the 2022 FIFA World Cup. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.